Coming up on the channel today, we're just going to answer questions from subscribers. And if you want to be featured on the next New York Giants Now mailbag, get subscribed. Questions from subs only. And we're trying to get to 40,000 subscribers. If you're looking for free Giants content every single day, subscribe right now. Yo, Holmes. Hi, you thought I was going to say, yo, what up, everybody? Didn't you? My guy, Yo Holmes, coming in with a comment. Question. What's up, Brody? Says, do you trust General Manager Joe Schoen to rebuild this team? He already screwed up. Why? That is, in my opinion, one of the best questions that we have got on this channel, Yo Holmes. There's not many general managers in this league that get to pay a quarterback $92 million and then just 6 months later want to move on from that guy and select a new guy. Because if you don't think that Joe Schoen is going to have to win over John Mara, if you don't think that John Mara wants to draft, John Mara does not want to draft a quarterback. He loves Daniel Jones. And Joe Schoen is going to have to convince John Mara that, A, I'm the right guy to find the quarterback even though I overpaid Daniel Jones. Am I worried that he said that he thought Daniel Jones can win a Super Bowl? Yeah, that's a little bit worrisome. Am I worried that he paid him $92 million? Yeah, that's a little bit worrisome. But let's go glass half full here. Glass half full. He hit on Kayvon Thibodeau. He looks like a pretty good player to me. 10.5 sacks this year. He hit on Micah McFadden late in the draft. He looks like a good player to me. I think Jaylen Hyatt is going to be one of the best receivers in the NFL for a long, long time. Hit on him in the third round. John Michael Schmitz looks pretty good. Daniel Bellinger looks pretty good. Deonte Banks looks pretty good. Cordell Flott looks pretty good. Bobby Okereke looks pretty good. Darren Waller was coming along. He's made some good moves, but do the bad moves. And really the only bad move he made, in my opinion, was paying Daniel Jones. I believe him. I think he's smart. I love the trades he made. And the Giants are going to fire him. I'm going to say yes, we should believe in him. Kind of wild, though, because he definitely messed up on Daniel Jones. And I think a lot of people were wrong on Daniel Jones. We'll see what he does this offseason, Yo Holmes. That's a good question. I'll ask the chat. Do you guys believe in Joe Schoen? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Let me know what you think. Jaden Fitch, what up, brother? We need to sign O-line no matter what it costs, and the rest of the money, sign another offensive lineman. You talk about some of the top O-linemen coming up in NFL free agency. Connor Williams, Jonah Williams, Dalton Reisner, Evan Brown, Robert Hunt. The Giants need to sign a veteran offensive lineman. I agree with you, Jaden Fitch. Entering in the NFL free agency cycle, the Giants are going to have roughly $47.6 million, but still have top free agents to sign like Barkley, McKinney, Adoree Jackson, Tyrod Taylor, Isaiah Simmons, Ashawn Robinson, Jahad Ward, Ben Bredesen. They can create, though, another $15 million cap space by cutting Glowinski, Darius Slayton, and Aaron Robinson. Not sure if they make all those moves, but it's definitely possible. Agreed. Giants need to go sign an offensive lineman. And if there's one guy I want, it's Robert Hunt, the interior offensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins. Really good player. I think it's slotted as your starting right guard or left guard, whichever one you want. I'll ask you this question. What is the biggest need this offseason? Jaden thinks they got to go sign an offensive lineman. Is it O-line? Is it quarterback? Is it receiver? What is the Giants' biggest need this offensive lineman? Maybe it's edge rusher. I want to hear from you down below. Zach Vela says, could we trade Thomas for a top pick and an above-average tackle to replace him? Trade Andrew Thomas? No. No. You do not trade Andrew Thomas. I can't believe I have to say that. No, you don't trade Andrew Thomas. You just gave him a massive contract, and he showed consistently that he is a top 5 offensive lineman in this league. Did the hamstring injury hurt? Yes. But man, oh man, no, you don't trade him. Not at all. You know how much money you would hurt if you traded him? It would put this team in, it would hurt this team so bad, Zach. I understand the thought process, get a top pick and above average tackle to replace him. We used a top pick on Evan Neal. He didn't come out and be any good. Eric Flowers, we used a top pick on. He wasn't any good. Hell no, you don't trade him. No. Zach says he's not on our timeline. Well, you just gave a massive deal, and he's only 24 years old. So, yes, I would say he's on your timeline. Could not disagree more, brother. Jay Sports Cards says, why are we not seeing more Jaylen Hyatt? So I'm actually going to go and look at Jaylen Hyatt's snap count here. So give me a second. Yesterday, there was a couple of plays where Jalin Hyatt was open downfield and Tommy DeVito did not get in the football. The prior 2 games, we saw him throw under throws on deep routes that Jalin Hyatt would have had touchdowns on. But he underthrew him. Yesterday, he played in 24 receiving snaps. That would have been first, second, third, fourth, fifth, the 6th most snaps of the season for Jalin Hyatt. I think it just comes down to the circumstance the Giants' offense is working with. I think he's going to be a good football player. I don't think there's a lot of corners that can guard him one-on-one on a vertical route. I haven't seen it really yet. Do I want to see him play more? Yes. But with the circumstances that the Giants are kind of having to battle with right now, backup quarterbacks, as well as the offensive line, I'm not going to be too upset with the lack of usage. But I do want to see him involved a little bit more. I think he's a special player, and I'm happy that he's a Giant. We're pretty lucky. We'll get to more questions coming up in a second. But first, if you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, put $100 in your account, they'll match it with $100. What is Prize Picks? It's the #1 daily fantasy sports app in North America. It's the easiest and most fun way to play daily fantasy. It's daily fantasy made easy. All you have to do is create a lineup of 2 to 6 players and just choose more or less on the stat total that Prize Picks has projected for said player. 2 to 6 players. The more players you have, the higher your payout and multiplier is going to be. They also have all these fun deals. Friday specials, Taco Tuesday specials, discounted player stat projections. It's the only way that I play daily fantasy, and it even makes the boring games that much more fun. prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. That link will be clickable down in the comments and description of today's video. White Lotus, what's going on, brother? Says, how many turnovers would Daniel Jones have had after being sacked 9 times? When was the last time DJ had 6+ passes of 20+ yards in a game? I think Daniel Jones would have done better than Tommy DeVito yesterday. Last time Daniel Jones had 6+ passes, 20+ yards, might have been that playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings. Look, let's not overreact to Tommy DeVito. Please. I know it's easy. I know it's fun. And it was a lot of fun watching him play yesterday. But I think if Daniel Jones played yesterday, the Giants could have had 500 passing yards and potentially 5 touchdowns. He missed Saquon Barkley on a 4th down on a wheel route. He missed Darius Slayton on a 4th down on an underneath route. Underthrew Jalin Hyatt one time. Had Hyatt deep one time. Tommy DeVito was also responsible for like 5 of those sacks. I respect it, holding the ball, trying to make a play, but I'm not saying DeVito's bad. It's Washington. Let's relax. Little Bulldozer says, why won't you even acknowledge Daniel Jones coming back and starting next year as a possibility? I think I have. I do think there's a possibility that Daniel Jones comes back and is a starter next year. I don't think it's that high of a possibility. I think it's going to be dependent on how you finish out this season. Let's say you don't win another game this year and you're picking 3rd overall. You're going to draft a rookie quarterback, and they're probably going to start game 1. Let's say you win 2 or 3 games the rest of the season, and you then pick 8th, 9th, or 10th. Maybe Daniel Jones does come back as your starter. But I'll say this. For me, personally, I cannot rely on a quarterback who has missed 8 games due to a neck injury over the last 3 years and is now coming off a torn ACL. I just can't. I don't think it's responsible. Just like I can't go into the season with right tackle Evan Neal as my only right tackle and only investment I had there. Is there a possibility? Yes, little Bulldozer. I just don't think it's that possible. As always, just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for tuning in. If I didn't get to your question, hit me up on Twitter, @MarshallGreen_. We could chop it up over there.